just had their eye on the footy and just put their body on the line for that ball. That was magnificent.
So Fletcher losing his headband almost. They'll paddle it along. Huswaite gets it out to Fletcher. And that ended up with Payne and Huswaite with the free.
Huswaite, centre wing, grandstand side. Pops the left footer. It is all dark navy blue jumpers there. As they go inboard, mark taken by Dalhouse. Gets it across. McHenry goes around this way, that way, this way, that way. Takes a bounce. Cool in a crisis. Caught. Buttering up. Nice kick round the corner by Walsh. Back to Dalhouse. He kicks an up and under. One-handed. Dropped. Stacks on the mill. Umpire will come
Now,
in.
did we establish the Dalhouse relationship?
We'll get
He
Peter
did come
onto
from
that
Geelong,
when
didn't he?
Peter will be doing the boundary rider soon. We'll just clear that with him. Huswaite gets out. Great pass. Gets it across. Kick forward by Cottrell. But Rocker Gibraltar in defence for Geelong is Cooper Cartledge. Cartledge goes inboard to Brownless, who marks on the corner of the centre square. He's going to square it up. He'll want to be right on the money. It's not quite, but luck's a fortune. They go back inboard and they spot up Braden Ham. Ham lays off the handball, gets it to Madigan across. Geelong, Brownless marks centre half forward.
That's wonderful gut running from Oscar Brownless there. He started in that passage of play.
Thought that was touched off the boot then, but...
that one to Brownless?
No, that one he kicked then.
I thought the other one was.
Anyway, mark taken, and this is Blake Schlensog. Dear, had some interesting names here today, they spring on us. Big Blake, he's a big lump of a kid, 198 and 90. He's going to kick from directly in front. Kicks, always going left.
That wind seems to be pulling.
I think that was just a dodgy kick myself. Javon, it had nothing to do with the wind. He kicked it sideways. One behind to Geelong. First score of the match on the NG scoreboard. Dandenong yet to score. And we are 5.5 minutes in. Geelong come back. Schlensog's got it. Now he's got another note to redeem. Gee, they've started the game well, the Falcons.
Yeah, they're moving well and they're contesting well. So they've got some. They've always had class around the ball, haven't they, Geelong? As long as we keep calling them each year, they just seem to have good ball getters.
The reigning premiers, the Geelong Falcons. As Blake Schlensog comes in.
Gee. Kick the cover off it.
Bit of a helicopter, but it's through the middle. That's the first for the Falcons. And they move on to 117 NG scoreboard. The Dandenong Stingrays are yet to score. And we are 6.5 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Yeah, he really kicked that hard and wasn't quite great repel. What's the word? Repelling of the ball?
No.
Whatever it's... Revolutions
Revolutions
were not quite on
Think of
there.
the Beatles, Rick.
Yeah, thinking that he just kicked the cover off it. That's what he did.
Peter Williams, are you with us yet?
Yep, yeah, I'm here.
You are. Good man. Jay Dalhouse, is he related?
Cousin of Luke.
Cousin of Luke. He's a handy man to have on the team, is
No
Peter
doubt.
Williams. Got the answer, I love it.
Up they go. Tap down that time. And a free kick paid.
Ooh,
Advantage. Now we'll have a kick on goal. Just held up a little to the right. And through for behind. And I just want to see him allowing for that breeze in this game. It's just something you've got to teach players. And this will be under the hammer. He put Walsh under the hammer there. And we've got an intercept mark. And good show of strength there. And now it's with, is that Hamill there? Just pick him up in a moment.
Sometimes when you have a star player like Sam Walsh on your team, you're always looking to pass to him, but that just wasn't the right option then.
Anyway, number 59 comes in and hits the post for the Stingrays. So we might have to double check that number. Geelong with the kick out. Let's see if they take on this game, or they'll go to the defensive side this time. Go out wide, bit of an up and under, just kicks it to the 50. Didn't quite clear that 50. Number of players around, good harassment by the Dandenong. We know they do that well. They get it out the back door, and now we've got a kick on goal.
There you go.
And that was Will Hamill's goal. He was the one, got it out of that midfield, quick handball, perfect.
And the kicker in the end?
I was too busy looking at Will Hamill because that was a perfect
handball.
handball.
Bedford, was it? I think. Anyway, we might have to...
but yeah, that handball out of the
might have
stoppage
been
was
Lockie
perfect.
Williams.
I think it was Lockie.
So Lockie
Yes.
Williams on the scoreboard. 117 plays 1-2-8. And there's nothing in this game already 9 minutes into this first quarter.
All right, back in the middle. Bathed in sunshine. Tap down for the Stingrays. Handball backwards through McDonald. Nice spot up. Luca Goonan goes into the middle. This has got danger written all over it. Ball hammed out. Walsh lets it go. Now he gets the give and get. Walsh sets sail for home and straight through the middle of Sammy.
You knew that was put your glasses down stuff once he got onto it.
Slamming Sammy Walsh. That's his first. That is Geelong's second. 2-1-13. They've come to play the Falcons. Dandenong are 1-2-8. And we are 10 minutes in on the technical time clock. Our selections, we didn't get to do them in the hurry. Early build. I went for Dandenong.
I went for Dandy.
Too.
Yeah, Dandy.
Dandy all round.
You as well, Rick?
Yep.
Can you jump
And,
ship yet?
Are we? Am I leading you on the tipping at the moment?
I'd have to check the latest footy record.
Hey, Peter,
Pardon me?
is it as quick ball movement as it looks like up here down at ground level?
It's pretty quick. Both these teams are really highly rated. Like Dandy, obviously, because they're on top of the ladder. But Geelong has that top-end talent, and they know how to move it. And that's why they're the kind of team, when it comes to finals, obviously they've got the wildcard round first, but they're the team you don't want to play, despite their ladder position.
Yep, the game seems to be moving at a really fast pace, and they've got a lot of skillful players both sides, so it will make for a very good contest.
Up she goes. Tap down again. Bit of volleyball. Eventually comes out. Oh, lovely tackle. Ball on the deck. Caught under a couple. And will be tossed up again. Still inside the centre square. Good work. Tap down again. It's tug of war. And the umpire will come in and toss this up again. Sog. Geelong. Eventually Dandenong get it out with a spiral punt to centre half forward. Bit of a chaos footy. Run towards goal. Good work for the Falcons there by Clark. They get it out. Big Blake's got it. He's on half back. Blake
Isn't that a ripping
Schlensog.
start to the game?
They kick to centre wing. The big men fly over the back. 2 bites of the cherry. Can't take it. Comes out and...
A fun fact about Schlingslog is the fact that he was actually in the top 10 agility at the pre-season testing.
Crikey.
Okay, we're underneath the commentary team here. We've got Slensog in the ruck up against Smith. Smith gets a tap out. Down to Huswaite. Onto it they go. They've got Cottrell on the move. He goes down towards full forward or centre half forward, and out in front, Bailey Williams takes a good mark.
I love the way Bailey Williams goes about his footy. When he puts his arms up to mark the footy, it's very hard to
I think he
spoil.
might have had a rinse in his hair since we last saw him.
He's always a blondie.
Bit of a reddy.
Yeah, he's a redhead, definitely. So he's
Got a bit of a
put something in
blonde
there.
rinse in there. Anyway, Bailey Williams, outstanding player of this comp. Again, doesn't allow and through for behind.
His goal kicking of late has let him down a bit. He's been a fantastic mark, but just second half of the season since champs, he's come back, he's missed a few.
Keep an eye on his kicking. Now Geelong will look to kick to a contest here, but they've got a runner out wide, but ignored. Slensog's the target. Gets his hands to it and he'll get the free kick. I don't know why he's complaining. Putting his arms out, saying, give it to me, give it to me. You got it, mate. Get on with it. Slensog at half back. Goes to the middle, nicely directed kick and a good slide there. Just picked that player up. I think it might have been Conway. Eventually over the tap, tapped on beautifully that time. And out of bounds it goes. Dalhouse with the ball. And good work by Rayner. Out of bounds it goes. Slensog coming off for a well-deserved rest.
Jay Dalhouse standing at 170 centimetres, 70 kilos. Bit of the same body type than his cousin Luke at the Dogs.
Yep. He's got the blonder hair, hasn't he?
Ball thrown in. Dandenong looked to clear through Fletcher, but intercept mark. Rayner goes laterally. Picks up Broon. Broon's a true centre half back. Going to go down the corridor. Overcooks it. Dandenong got numbers. Just lose the footy. Now they intercept it. They go through Garn, coming through like a train. Dandenong short. And again, overcook it. And the intercept mark this time to Page. Clay Page. He's on half-back, goes into the middle, and mark taken. Handball off. Running through the middle of the ground. A little bit of finessing.
Got to do better than that, don't they?
Bailey Schmidt. Schmidt goes wide. He's found Waitman, Cody Waitman, half-forward flank. Waitman, long kick inside 50. There's a whistle on play and a free kick to the Stingers. And we'll just pick up who that is.
Dandenong are a really tall side, and with so many tall forwards, sometimes the first thing that opposition defenders do is sort of hang on to the player, considering they're so tall and very hard to stop.
We'll just have to check this, number 59, not on the list.
No.
And
not in the book
behind.
either.
Not in the record either. Okay.
Not on the team sheets. Might have to check that email.
Well, that's what's on the team sheets is what's on here.
Or the okay. So anyway, Geelong have it in the back pocket. Just trying to get it out of that dangerous area. Dandenong have been good harassing around the 50. And we've got a contest. Smith brings it to ground. Oh, there's a high tackle that time.
Boys 59, Sam Sturt.
How do you spell it?
Sturt as in the South Australian Football Club.
Sam, okay.
Came from school footy.
All right, terrific stuff. Now it's a hot potato through Idun. He was about to switch, but good decision. And that time he kicks it inside 50, but to a school of Stingrays, and out of bounds it goes. It is a school, isn't it?
Yeah, good collective noun work from you, Rick. Work on the collective noun of Falcons, if you could. A flock
of Falcons. Hard word to say.
Yeah, be careful how we won't run with that for too much longer.
Anyway, the Falcons get it out through Morton with a kick forward down towards Slensog. He's everywhere at the moment. He tries to take on two. Eventually got it out. Oh, there's a bit of a head clash there. And it was just an accident, really. And it was high, but no malice in that one. And that'll be taken by Garn. Garn gets it forward. Rayner with a little kick inside. And the ball spoiled, out of bounds it goes. We're 55 out from the Geelong goal. Just attacking that dead side of the ground at the moment. They've got to sort of work their way through centre half forward somehow. Ball thrown up now. Over the back, Bailey Williams with a little nudge out. The umpire was onto it. And luckily the big fella was told to get back. Conway.
50 metres, I think.
50 metres.
Oh, this will test the big ruckman. So Conway to have a shot on goal.
Almost should be in the goal scorer.
He should be.
Because it's on 50.
Don't think it's possible for him to miss this one.
He's 12 metres
He's
out
miss
now.
it now.
He's going to kick from 15. I think he was short-changed a little there. And big Conway. Come on, don't let your ruckman fraternity down there, Sam. Just straight in front of goal. And he kicks through it hard enough so it couldn't move either way. And he puts it through the big fella. Through for a goal. And Geelong move on to... I'll just straighten the scoreboard out. 3-1-19 to 1-4-10. They'll be pleased with their start. That's on the NG scoreboard. We're 19 minutes in first quarter action on the Technica time clock.
I think when you're playing the Dandenong Stingrays, the best thing to do is to get off to a really good start, have a lot of confidence, and that's exactly what the Geelong Falcons have done.
Get them chasing.
That's exactly right.
Williams gets the leap, gets the tap. Dandenong get the clearance. They go forward to the top of 50. Lovely handball laid off to Foot. Foot by Foot. Out of bounds on the full.
He's usually a very good ball user, but he's a very good footballer, Zach Foot. Really silky.
Now they've got to get the footy back.
It is very, very difficult breeze, this.
Tricky to say the least.
It is the same size of Etihad Stadium, but you haven't got a roof here, have we?
No, definitely not. Geelong to bring the ball back in. Long kick. Ball in dispute. Whistle on play and the umpire will ball it up. Geelong in the traditional Falcons Guernsey with the dark navy shorts. Stingrays in their traditional Guernsey with the white nicks. Great contrast in this game, Rick.
I like it.
And again, the ball caught under a heap of players. And the umpire will come in and ball this up again. Up she goes. Good work by Conway. Underground tunnel handle ball. Underground tunnel kick. Inside 50. Ball comes out. Williams caught, slung. Holding the ball, says the umpire. And Conway eventually gets it out wide. Sweeping handball to Walsh. Nice take. Dinky kick out wide. Just misses the target of Mensch.
Another father-son, Peter.
Yep, the Brownless.
Mensch.
Mensch, yep, father-son, yeah, Geelong, obviously.
Are they keen on him?
First name?
Well, he didn't get a combine
David
invite,
Mensch.
but they can test them privately, so it's really probably Geelong that are deciding whether they will or won't.
What the call is.
David Mensch played many games for Geelong, didn't
Good
he?
player.
Holding the ball. Decision going the way of the Geelong Falcons.
Ball inboard to Ham. Braden Ham. Little left footer to Conway. Always had good, plenty of ruckman, Geelong, haven't they?
Yeah, they have.
No shortage.
Last year, the big fella that went to Freo,
Darcy?
Darcy.
Yeah, good. Okay, Falcons, Dalhouse, quick handball. Walsh over the top of it. Again, an ugly 5 minutes of play here. 22 and a half minutes into the first term, 19 plays 10.
Sean Darcy went in 2016 too.
The
Okay.
year before.
Who was last year? Hollenkamp was in the ruck a lot last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's still playing here, so...
All right, Geelong getting it out towards McHenry. Now they go out further out wide. Dalhouse in the lead to the ball. I think he ran into him then.
Yeah.
heavy knock
Looks a bit giddy.
on the boundary line.
Let's take the
Just
wind
try
out
and
of
pick
his
that
sails.
player up.
I think that's Dalhouse.
It is Dalhouse,
It
yeah.
is Dalhouse. So let's throw it in. Conway at the tap. Gets it to a player. Now they do well through Walsh. Oh, all caught up that time, Taylor. Well, that was Charlie Harris who got the tackle. And out of bounds it goes, Geelong attacking.
Should they be stopping play here for Jade Dalhouse, or they continue to?
They should.
Yeah.
I suppose they've got to read whether he's actually he's getting up. So
Once they call the stretcher, they have to, but
yeah, it was well read. He's up and about. He's still groggy, no doubt. Now we've got a hold, and this will go Geelong's way. They play on towards Udun. It almost got Dalhouse on the way through. So good pick up there, Siobhan, because he nearly got collected then. And he's just gingerly running off now.
They should stop play now, considering the ball's in the vicinity of him.
Yeah, I think it was a head clash there.
I think he ran into Lachlan Young, and
Knee?
Young was standing.
Yeah,
And
an accident.
a bit of an indicator was the ball came into his vicinity. Quite often you see players break from trainers to try and just instinctively go after it. But he's obviously just feeling the touch as the ball comes out. Dandenong, minute to go in this first quarter, and he's plonked that out of bounds on the full.
Gee, this is a big minute. It's actually 15 seconds. They'll have to get it inboard. Foot. He's got to make a play soon. Kicks it inside towards the goal square. Up they go. Almost the mark. Ball spills free. Geelong trying to keep it in there. And I think time will beat them. And we'll have a ball up 20 metres out from goal. Clock's ticked past. And there it is. That is quarter time here at Mars Stadium. Game 2. Geelong Falcons 3-19. Lead the Dandenong Stingrays 1-4-10.
Goal kickers for Dandenong. Lachlan Williams has kicked one, and for the Falcons, Sam Walsh, Sam Conway and Blake Schlen-Sog have the points, have the goals for Geelong. Let me just get rid of that for you. That's better. We will take a break, and you are listening and watching the triple header Super Saturday here at Mars Stadium through the TAC Cup website.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Of TAC Cup football, and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL Draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Rockhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Mars Stadium, quarter time, 3-1-19 the Falcons, 1-4-10. And down on the ground is Peter Williams, and he's speaking to the talent manager, Mark Williams, who looks resplendent in the yellow and black.
Hey Mark, how's it going today? How you feeling?
Yeah, no, I've got the lurgy, mate, so yeah, trying to stay up and hiding in the box, so I think that's a good spot to be today.
Right, I won't get too close then. Alright, so obviously, so far today, you're sort of down at the moment, 9 points. How do you sort of found the game?
Look, they put the pressure on that we were expecting. This is the type of ground that suits them a lot. Probably gave the ball back to them too often, so we just got to clean that up right now, and when we go inside 50 years, our entry's better than we have been.
And the season so far, it's been pretty good for you. One of the best you can sort of remember in recent times?
Yeah, it probably goes back to 211, 212, around that area then. Yeah, we've got the depth of the list and got a bit of speed and a bit of height, so that kind of helps.
And 17 combine invites, that must be really pleasing for the program.
Oh, it's great for the program. It's only one part of it, so it's great for those individuals that got that opportunity. And you'd still say I'll still fight for another 5 that should have gone up there as well, which I know I'm selfish, but you always do that within your program. But it's only one part of it. They've got to finish off what they're doing here today.
What do they need to do to sort of turn it around in this game?
Just probably better decisions with the footy at the moment, but there's pressure that's unperceived. Perceived pressure as well, so you just try to sit there and settle them down a little bit. Maybe that 2-hour car drive probably didn't play with them too well in that first quarter.
And when you're winning each week, what do you have to do, I guess, to keep them motivated and know that each game's a challenge?
They set their own standards. We've got rules, but they set their own standards, so they're self-driven and they control what we want to do. We review it on a Monday and then we move to the next game.
No worries. Okay, thanks very much.
Thanks, mate.
Good work, Peter, down there on the ground, and thanks to Wheels, there wouldn't be much chop having the flu coming to a place like this today. The way the weather
No way.
Your player watch in this game so far. Who have you got? Pardon me if I don't remember who they are, but there's a lot going on between games.
Yes, I was looking at Braden Ham from the Geelong Falcons, who hasn't kicked a goal yet, but is working his way nicely into the game. And I also chose Campbell Huswaite from the Dandenong Stingrays, who is probably one of your classic utilities. We've been playing all over the ground this year for the Dandenong Stingrays and fills a hole where it needs to be sort of plugged up, whether it's in defence, forward line or midfield. And he's been really impressive this year and has made a good start to this game as well.
All right.
I can tell you down at ground level, I don't know why Matthew Cox didn't want to come back. Don't know why you pick Cairns over here.
Second quarter action in the ruck is Bailey Schmidt up against Conway. Conway gets the tap. Falcons go forward, kick over the top. Play on, says the umpire. Bit of head burrowing there. Falcons, quick kick forward. Oh, dropped what he should have taken there. It was a big pud. Now Walsh is on top of the footy. All players having a piece of it. The umpire will throw this up. Tap down. Fed out well by Dandenong. Interception. Bit of interference everywhere there as the weather comes over the top and over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Started raining here again on ground level.
It has. It looks a bit dark towards the southern end goals there.
The third game might be a whitewash if this weather continues.
Ball to be thrown in. Half forward flank, grandstand side of the ground. Conway, what a beautiful tap down that was. Found Barker. They go forward. Front and square. Idoon can't quite get rid of it cleanly. Scrappy footy. Getting dark here. Comes out to Idoon. Oh, he runs into a bit of Barney rubble there. Geelong trying to force the ball into a bit of space. Slenchog tries to get it out. Now Dandenong. They kick to centre wing. Through foot. It's going to come back from whence it came. Good hands. They're out. They go forward. Mark spilt. Pressure put on by the Stingers. Frenetic footy. Comes forward. Geelong got some numbers, got the footy. Now they've lost it. Williams gets it across to Plumridge. They've got a player leading. It's a pretty vacant forward line. The race is on. The tackle's on. Good work by the Falcons. McHenry. Geelong, they clear it. Can they grab it? It's inside the centre square. Flung out. No stoppage footy. Oh, caught high. No free kick. Now a double wrap-up tackle on the umpire.
So just for Siobhan, Braden Ham's playing off half-back on Lachlan McDonald.
So he's proven that he is a swingman. He can play forward and he can play in defence.
Conway gets the tap. Dandenong get the clearance. Good handball. Now Zach Foot kicks deep. The race is on. Stephen Cumming can't quite get it. The big lumbering ruckman. And the boundary line is the winner in front of the NG scoreboard. 1-4-10 to 3-1-19. We're 3 minutes in on the Technica time clock. Boundary umpire sets. Doing a good job, the umpires. Ball comes out the back. 20 metres away from the Dandenong goal. They handball backwards. Snap. Hasn't got the distance. Got some curl. And Cameron Huswaite has taken the mark. He will kick this from 20 metres out. Right in front of the NG scoreboard. Tightish angle. Weather closing in or closed in.
Very closed.
It's like a dome up above us of not very nice clouds.
Left footer. Oh, couldn't have hit the post any more flush if he tried. 1-5-11 to 3-1-19 on the NG scoreboard. 4 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
They're wasting quite a few opportunities, the Dandenong Stingrays. They seem to have dominated play in the second quarter.
Foot gets it across, switches it nicely. They just need the run of the bounce here. It was tapped over the top. Oh, a bit of a high tackle there. And good work that time by Bedford. He'll kick towards half forward. Bailey Williams with the lead. Plays on, runs inside 50, bounces. Over the top, oh no, the smother was on, and well done there. Geelong Falcons inside 50 there. Bailey Williams on the burst, but was either the handball over the top or the kick, I'm not sure. But anyway, it wasn't the result they were getting.
Dane Hollenkamp just did not give up on that and smothered the ball beautifully.
Williams punches it into open space, but again, they close things up, the Falcons. And we'll have a ball up.
All right, Geelong. Can they get it out? Not yet.
See that rain sweeping across the ground now with that breeze. I can tell you there's some cold netballers at the back of us, and we've got some junior footballers at the back playing as well, so they're getting the worst of all of the conditions.
Can confirm it's cold.
This is the weather. This is the rain they were talking about. It's getting a little bit of a whiteout.
Is the track going to hold up for Ballarat, the Jumps National, Grand National tomorrow, Crooksy?
I'll be there, don't you worry about that. Sam Conway can't take this on centre wing. I'm suggesting a heavy 10.
It's heavy 8 yesterday, so...
Might be a heavy 12, the way it sets up. Only 6 races tomorrow.
And they're all jumps races, so it does assist, the giving the ground does assist the jump.
You'd have to suggest that this wet weather would favour the Geelong Falcons, as the Dandenong Stingrays are a very tall side.
Yeah, good call.
All right, bang on centre wing. Always feel for the boundary umpires and the field umpires in this kind of weather.
Are they ever going to get warm?
No, not one bit.
They are doing a lot of running, but...
And they're wearing a T-shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
Any thought of ever wearing like something a bit warmer? Would it matter?
Yeah. They do a lot of running.
All right, Falcons. Kick smothered. Tough day now. Tough conditions to be playing in. They're trying to get it into the open. And Dandenong. Good work here through Young. Kicks inside 50. They're looking for Williams. The ball holds up. Geelong again. It's just rugby league at the moment. Young again. Just Dandenong trying to force the ball forward. There's a whistle on play, and the Falcons are in 50 metres. Gee, that's handy on a day like today. Jai Taylor with the free kick. He doesn't muck about. Gets down there quickly. They've got some good space here. Hands it off over to Ham. Has to come back. Harry to kick back in from somewhere.
Looking at local weather reports for interest, it's down to 8 degrees with expected top of 6 by 4 o'clock.
Beautiful.
So nice and warm.
We've had that before here, haven't we, in Ballarat?
Oh yeah, that's just a regular weekend.
Parto doesn't think this is different at all.
No.
He relishes it. Dandenong bring the ball back in. Walsh, only one to go for it, gets collared, ball spills out. Now the Stingrays, the rain's passed just for the moment. Ball comes out the back. It is just skidding and skating around on the grass. Ball to be thrown in, centre wing, outer side. 9.5 minutes into term 2. 3-2 play.
Should the little hand out, back to Page. Kick was smothered. Play on's a call. Here's a chance. Oh, high tackle. No, it wasn't.
Oh.
And kicked out in the full. But the breeze brought it back from behind.
From up here, I thought that was definitely a high tackle.
Yeah, we didn't have a good cider of it, but it just looked high, didn't it? Anyway, they'll play on, and this ball falls short. And a good intercept mark, Lockie McDonald. Been a good player this year for Gippsland. Oh, sorry, Dandenong. I'm getting all my teams mixed up.
A lot of teams.
We've got
today.
6 teams to deal with today, Crooksy.
It's not easy.
The Dandenong have certainly had a lot of winners across the board this year, and he's been one of them.
Now, let's hope he can work it right to left here. And he does that, and it stays right. Just kicked it too far right.
A little bit of fake.
And didn't give it enough air.
8 scoring shots to 5.
8-5. 1 goal 7. Yep.
Oh.
Doesn't quite cut it, does it, at the moment? And Sam Walsh comes and takes the mark.
And see, that was Braden Ham kicking out then.
So he is playing it in the back line today.
Yeah, he's going to get it back now.
Okay, so Braden Ham, number 20. So he'll play on and kick to a contest, really. Ball spills free. Tapped through there by Hamill. He gets on the left, brings it back, and it just didn't have the angle. It was just too much angle there, wasn't it, for that kick?
The ball should have got stuck between the posts. The angle was so tight.
I think even if he allowed for it, it wouldn't have come back properly. Just a difficult day to kick for goal, and they're proving that. 1 goal 8 Dandenong to 3-2 20. They're trailing by 2 goals here. All of a sudden, Geelong get it out. There's Slensog with the look-away handball. He's got support, and they'll chip it up forward, and all the run through Parrish. He'll go wide to, that looks like Rayner over the other side. But again, Dandenong will clear. They're putting him under the pump. It's good to see Geelong. They work it inboard now. That was through Broon. Again, Dandenong get the numbers out. That was a bit too finesse, I thought. Too much finesse, but eventually they work it out through foot. They'll pay the mark, and eventually...
I reckon he played on, Rick.
I think, yeah, he thought it was a mark, and the umpire didn't blow his whistle by the look of it. So it's at centre wing, Slensong up against Cumming. Can't break away just yet. Walsh goes without it. Tapped out the back door. That was taken by Page. And that goes into the next page.
It's unfortunate for the Falcons because they've probably had their slicker ball movement today, especially going inside 50, but they haven't been able to capitalise as much as they would have liked when they go inside forward 50 with precision.
Dandenong on half-back. Kick to centre wing. Comes off hands at the back. Wrapped up in a tackle. Taken to the ground. Sun's out. Sun's out. 14 minutes in. A goal the difference. 9 scoring shots to 5. But it's the Falcons with the 6-point lead as Dandenong go forward again. Foot by hand. Now the Falcons trying to kill the ball. Good work by Ham, good solid tackle. And again, the umpire will be forced to ball this up. We are just inside the 50-metre arc at centre half forward for Dandenong. They're kicking to the southern end. Tap over the back. That's a dirty big up and under. Same play on. I reckon it might have gone the distance, to be honest.
I think he made an early call on that one.
Yeah. Now the Falcons, eventually they get it out to Walsh. Slung in the tackle. There's a whistle. Sam Walsh has got it. Between half-back and wing. Walsh kicks to half forward. Idoon comes off the pack. Big Blake. Oh, he evades it.
Gee.
He was going to have a kick. He gives it to Brownless. Brownless has a shot on goal.
Bang.
And he's got it.
AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender, no doubt.
You said it, Siobhan. That is a great goal of the Falcons. They move on to 4-2-26.
They needed that, didn't they?
Oh, absolutely. Dandenong Stingrays, 1-8-14. 16 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
Now, good poise shown by Slensog then. He was about to throw it on the boot and then thought, no, I've got the outside runner there. I'll dish off the handball, and he worked it well, and that created the goal. Just good decision-making by the big fellow, who's had a good impact on this game.
I had no idea that Oscar Brownless's kicking had so much penetration on it. That was a really booming long kick.
Out in the middle it is. Taken away by Goonan. Couldn't quite break away. Now they'll kick out of trouble here. Geelong down towards centre. Coming through was Young. Couldn't quite take the mark. Eventually, again, they go in and... Oh, he goes crashing through the pack again, Young. Probably a bit over-aggressive. Didn't look up enough. And eventually, Geelong will take the free kick. They're getting 2 against 1 here, and the spoil will happen. Just in that wetter patch of the ground. Seems to have dried up a bit with this breeze. Boundary side there. So the ball will be thrown in. Adoon underneath it. Oh, nice pick up there by Morton. Now free kick will be paid, and Geelong will get the free.
Falcons.
They're 40 metres out from goal.
What was the free kick for?
I didn't quite see it. I was watching the ball come out of the pack. Cooper Stevens has it, the man with 2 surnames.
187 centimetres and 70 kilos, so fairly tall boy.
Got some games with Vic Country too as a bottom major.
As a bottom major.
Yeah, he's bottom major.
Well done.
He Cooper Stevens from Colac replaced Cooper Stevens from Colac
Bit
from
of
last.
a Josh Kennedy approach and kicks it wide. Don't know how he was going to kick with that approach, to the left, to the right.
Should have gone the Ben Brown approach.
Yeah.
It was
Long run.
the Fred Flintstone bowling approach.
That's true. I don't know how such a... Oh, here we go. They're on it again, Geelong. They're on their game today. And they'll have a shot on goal this time. And again, it's to the right.
The forward pressure of the Geelong Falcons today has been absolutely magnificent, and usually the composed Dandenong Stingrays backline has been under immense pressure.
That's a massive kick out. Crikey.
Yeah, he played on there, didn't he, from fullback?
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Did he kick to himself, or did
I
he?
thought he did. Maybe I saw it wrong.
Geelong to bring the ball back in. Dangerous. Plenty of stingers there. Forward handball to Foot. Foot kicks deep, looking for Williams. Keeps his eye on the footy. Good defence by the Falcons, but they get a shot on goal. Bouncing. Will it go out? Yes, it will. Forward pocket, southern end of the ground. Just in front of the old scoreboard. And the ball to be thrown in. We're 19 minutes into this term. Falcons 28, Stingrays 14. Been a great half by Geelong. They clear the footy. They need a good bounce. Conway can't take it. Dandenong by hand. This is going to be kicked forward by Matthew Cumming. Oh, good grab. Good grab, sneaky grab.
Don't ask me why. I've just got that feeling at the moment that Dandenong, if they get one, they'll get two. They just seem to be peppering and just working it forward. They just haven't got their game together yet.
Cody Waitman has marked this.
They've just got so many tall forward options that can all mark the ball at the highest point. Their forward line is extremely dangerous, especially when there's good ball use coming in.
Waitman comes in. Kicks. Low, hard and straight. That's their second, the Stingers. 2 goals, 8-20 to Geelong, 4-4-28 NG scoreboard. And the technical time clock is 20.5 minutes into this second term.
Yeah, you'd think Geelong would want to get a bit of a break here. They've been playing quite well today. They've been the better of the two teams with their ball movement. So if they go into half-time with only a goal difference, they're probably not where they should be.
Undersold.
I know Dandenong's missed a lot of goals, but Geelong's been the better team so far.
Their ball movement's been really impressive.
We're scrambling around the middle of the ground. The umpire lets it go. Finally, he has to ball it up.
I must say, we get a really good view from where we are at Mars Stadium today.
It is. It's a great stadium to watch footy here. If you're ever going to make the trip, it's an easy trip from Melbourne. There's Sam Walsh. He'll be enjoying the trip up from Geelong. He gets it down, and he's taken the mark there, Mensch. Gives it off to the left. He's got support through Ham. He gives it across, put Madigan under pressure. Now they'll clear here. Jai Taylor gets it. Kicks it to centre wing underneath the commentary. Grandstand side of Mars Stadium. The ball holds up for Clark, Jesse Clark. Gives it across to Cartledge. He can't get away. And out of bounds it goes. So we'll have a ball up, half forward flank. Dandenong Stingrays are on the right side of the ground here to make a forward move. It's 22 minutes into this second quarter. 8 points the difference, Geelong lead. Huswaite does well to clear it. Gives it out to Plumridge. Gets it down to half forward. They couldn't quite break away. Geelong with numbers. Hollenkamp rushes it over the line. And didn't have full control of the ball, so the umpire will ball it in. So this time we'll have, I'd imagine it's Holland Camp in the ruck here. Up against Cumming. Tap down to the front. Oh, sharked away that time by Bain. Gets it forward. Bit too aggressive in the tackle there, McDonald. And we'll have a play-on decision with Ham running out of the back line, but an intercept attempt. Didn't quite carry. Anyway, Foot's got it. Or Harris has it. Geelong with numbers. Get it out of there. Just momentarily. They'll give it across that time to Clark. Again, gang tackling here by Dandenong. Did well to hold up. Did well to hold it up. And we'll have a ball in. Bailey Williams, the tackler.
Bailey Williams, standing at 198 centimetres, is very, very agile. He's deceptively quick as well.
Absolute athlete. Tap down the front. Bit of a hold there by the look of it. And Conway wasn't too happy with the treatment. And the big fella who stands at 202 centimetres, Sam. See what he does. He kicks long. Up they go. Juggling mark. Looked like it was taken by Matthew Cumming. And the umpire allowed that. Now he'll kick. It was a half kick, but well weighted. Over the back. No clear possession here by Dandenong. Bailey Williams had it and lost it straight away. There goes Hamill trying to work his way through the ruck. Huswaite, much improved player this year. Gets it out to a runner in Cottrell. Cottrell sits it up to the square. Cummings all over it, but he dropped it. He's still in the van here. Gets it to a contest. They're not able to get a clear possession here, but out of the problem area, they get it out, but they couldn't control it, Danny, and just allows Geelong to clear. We'll have another intercept through Lockie Williams. He gives it across to Huswaite. Further afield it goes. They'll chip it inboard. Up they go. Good spoil by Geelong. They bring it to ground. Out the back door it goes to McDonald. They just can't get away from him
They've got
here.
about 4 numbers at 50.
They do too, and another smother happens through Walsh. Well done, Geelong Falcons. They held them up every time they tried to go inside 50 there, and they'll hold them up again. Great defensive play to finish the half, and Crooksy gives an applause for Geelong backline there. They were under siege and held up strong. 4-4-28 Geelong to 2-8-20 Dandenong, and that is here at Mars Stadium, game 2. Have we got some goal kickers, Crooksy?
Yes, we do. For the Geelong Falcons, 1 goal to Sam Walsh, 1 goal to Oscar Brownless, 1 goal to Sam Conway, and 1 goal to Blake Schlenschlog. And for the Dandenong Stingrays, 1 goal to Cody Waitman and 1 goal to Lachlan Williams. 4 goals, 4-28 to 2 goals, 8-20. Geelong Falcons leading by 8 points.
A little bit of separation there required.
I think there'd be a few words being spoken there.
Bailey Williams just wanting to have the last word. Okay.
I don't think the Dandenong Stingrays are used to being down at half-time.
No,
yeah, and that's a point. That is a good point. They're used to dominating this competition this year.
Certainly.
And they're trailing. They are only 8 points down, and they've peppered the scoreboard and missed shots. So, yeah, you can see why they can get a bit narky, but it's up to them.
They're used to dominating, and Geelong have certainly given them a good run for their money. And especially in that last passage of play, it kind of shows you how Geelong have come into the game with a certain mindset, just to continue to press and spoil. And
just traditionally, Rick, over the years, there's always teams up the top of the ladder that there's teams down the ladder.
Yep.
They come in and just all their players come back and then bingo.
Yeah, it does happen. We know that through the school footy as well.
And sometimes Geelong's been the team up the top that have copped it, I reckon. But today I've been very impressed with the way they've gone about it. It's been good work.
Just the way I read it, it's just not enough of a lead at this stage.
No.
But their desire is great.
It is. All right, we're going to take a break. We are at half-time here. It is the Falcons by 8 points. And you are listening and watching the TAC Cup triple header here from Mars Stadium through the TAC Cup website.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio. Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. School wear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Back here at Mars Stadium, half-time, and it is the Geelong Falcons holding sway by 8 points. Bit of interference in the system, Rick. I'll try and get rid of that for us. Too sure why that is, that everything's off. Don't know what that is. We'll find out. Let's hope we don't blow up or get electrocuted.
I'm hearing you well and clear. That's the main thing, Crooksy.
All righty.
As long as we can hear you.
Yep, that's fine. So, it's been a very good first half by the Geelong Falcons, yeah? What did you two make of that?
I thought they were terrific. They were just desperate. They were, as you saw in that last passage, I think that really showed how well they can hold up Dandenong. That's the key. They're really beating them at, you know, the Dandenong like to get it out and run it, but Dandenong have been a great pressure side this year as well, and they're beating them at their own game at the moment, Geelong. And I just sense it's just not enough at the moment because you've got 8 scoring shots to 10,
Yep.
and Dandy, if they break it open, can be probably the most dangerous club in the competition. So while Geelong were on top, I just thought they needed a bit more of a, you know, still a bit more of a march there. And but it's still good for them, good for their confidence to go in with the lead at half-time, that's for sure.
No doubt. I saw it very similar to you, Rick, but I've also found that the Geelong Falcons forward pressure has been really impressive, and the usual suspects of the Dandenong Stingrays backline, such as, you know, Matthew Cumming, Huswaite goes down there, Lachlan Young, Matthew Garn, they've all been under a lot of pressure, and they're usually very calm and composed. But with Geelong Falcons' great forward line pressure, they're turning the ball over, coming out of the defensive 50, and like you said, Rick, they're beating them at their own game. They're pressuring them all around the ground, and Dandenong are a very tall side, and maybe the weather doesn't necessarily suit their team as much, but their forward pressure, the Geelong Falcons, and their pressure around the ground, and they're also using the ball a lot better. I can't say that I've seen Dandenong have a passage of play where it's been direct footy, where with the Geelong Falcons, they've had some passages of play where the ball's just gone from one end to the other, and it's been magnificent, especially that goal that Oscar Brownless kicked. Blake Schlenschlog really set that one up, and they're playing really well as a team, which has been really good to watch. And Dandenong have been doing that the whole year, playing well as a team, but at the moment, Geelong are on top.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. You've got the two Cumming brothers that are 198 centimetres, and you've also got Bailey Williams, these are the Dandy players, at 198, and you've also got Bailey Smith at 199. So you've got four players close on 200 centimetres on a day where the wind is really influencing the way the ball goes.
Certainly.
And takes it to the outer side of the ground. And, you know, that's got to affect tall players not being able to get in position to judge their marks. And that's the key. There hasn't been many marks taken in this game.
No, it's been a bit of a scrappy affair. And I think according to my phone, the weather's going to continue to go a bit south.
Well, Peter Williams did predict a 6-degree finish to the end of game 3, so around that 4 o'clock mark. So, yeah, it's definitely getting colder by the minute.
Are you down there, Pete?
I am, yep.
We're just saying you predicted is it a 6-degree at 4 o'clock?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's getting there too. It's
making its way.
Yeah, it's not exactly a warm summer day down here.
With an eye towards the big draft prospects, what did you make of the first half here?
Yeah, well, Bailey Williams is one who catches the eye in this game. Like, obviously you got Sam Walsh, and you know what he's going to offer. He's going to be that top 2 sort of player. Bailey Williams, obviously going for his marks. Vertical leap is as good as anyone in the comp anywhere. So he's one that has to be sort of watched, I think. And Ned McHenry is another one. He's really good in close. He can spin out of traffic, looks really strong. Obviously he helps Walsh out in that middle. And yeah, like there's so many that are later on as well. So
there's another guy that's caught my eye today who's getting a fair bit of it, Tanner Bruin.
Yes.
Yep, he's on debut.
First gamer. Well, that's terrific.
16-year-old as well.
Oh, great to see.
That's
now, there was
incredible.
a Ricky Bruin who was a trainer at Mount Gambier, I believe, horse trainer. They're a horse training family. I just wonder if he's tied in. It's not a common name.
Yeah, he's on debut. He's one of only 3 Geelong Falcons to have debuted as a 16-year-old. So, yeah, he's quite impressive. Hugh Goddard's won, and obviously he's playing today, so that's pretty fitting, or this weekend for St Kilda. Yeah.
That's great to hear that he's on debut and he's a 16-year-old, because it makes you think how good he's going to be once he gets to 18 and continue.
And the other one too was a kid called Luke Hodge. I don't know what happened with him, but he was the other 16-year-old. So there's 2 that have happened, and Tanner Bruin's the 3rd one.
Hodgie would have been whacking his way through his first game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Apart from the Norm Smith medals, premierships, the best and fairest.
And he's hit on Andrew Swallow. I haven't quite forgiving Hodgie.
Good minds think alike. That's the first thing that came into my head as well. Never forget that game.
I think he's a great footballer. It's great to see him up at
Doing
Brisbane.
a great job up at the Lions.
Yeah, you can see he's just going to be a coach, don't you?
Yeah, he's got it written all over him.
Sometimes the things he does out on the ground in terms of showing the players where to lead to and just setting up defensively, that sort of stuff you can't buy. So he's been really impressive at the Lions.
So it's okay for him to point everywhere around, but if Brendan Goddard does it, everyone jumps down his throat.
It's just he's got a, I don't know, just a growly look. He's got a growly look on his face, BG.
He always, BJ. He always looks a bit cranky, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does look a bit cranky. He's not going to get a contract, is he?
Of course he will.
He will.
All right, we're going to take a break. The players are coming back out on the ground. We'll be back for the second half. Of course, the Gippsland Power won the first game here today, beating the Murray Bush Rangers. And it's the Falcons by 8 at halftime. Sorry about that, Chief.
Absolutely had enough. Gonna put up the final song.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
It is 8 points the Falcons' way, and as Rick pointed out just before the break, is that lead big enough? He's a bit worried that it isn't. Second half. Well, how do you think it'll unfold, Pete?
Yeah, look, I know what Dandenong are capable of, so I'm still sticking with Dandenong, but Falcons have been very impressive, but they can't afford to miss opportunities when they get it, because Dandenong won't be doing it for too much longer, I don't think.
All right, third quarter action. Take it away, Rick.
Tapped by Smith in the middle, and Dandenong with the attack forward. Oh, good intercept mark. Deep, who's been good today, and that is Ham. Ham gets it forward. Now it's Harris on the burst. He goes wide. Good spoil over the back, sees it out of bounds again into that grassed area.
How stiff was Sam Torpey? He got the sun in his eyes.
Yeah, that's...
to shade his eyes.
Yeah, pretty stiff there. We do have someone in the crowd over there. This is amazing. No, it must have been one of the trainers over there.
That'd have to be nuts.
Yeah, a water bottle runner. So we've got Smith up against Conway. Smith with the 80s hairdo. Conway gets it to the front. Down the front it goes again. Huswaite puts it onto the boot. They're 55 out from goal. Hollenkamp runs and in and out of trouble. Walsh helps him out. They eventually get it out of the trouble area, or have they? No, it's 45 out from the Dandenong goal. They get numbers back, Dandy, just to repel that defensive move of Geelong. And did well there. That's what we expected, Dandenong.
Yeah. They'll be working very hard to get this first goal, I reckon.
So we've got a ball up on the 50. Bit of a blocking there. And Bailey Williams will take the kick.
As I mentioned before, sometimes when you've got someone his size with his ability, you immediately just reach out for the player, pull the jumper, block him so he doesn't get a run at the ball, and that's what's
So he's
happened
55 out. It's not going to carry. He's going to have to go left to square. That he does. And it holds up. Didn't quite take the one-hander there, Dandy. But we'll have a ball up. We're 10 metres out from goal. So I'll be watching the little Husthwaites and the little Bedfords around this one. Tapped over. Can't quite break away, Geelong. Dandy get the numbers around the ball. Really good forward work there. Hang on. We'll have another ball up.
All right, third one. Let's see if I can get some action out of here. Up she goes. Williams jumps before acceptances. Geelong forcing the ball forward, caught in a rugby scrum, and the umpire will come in and ball it up again. We are 35 metres out from goal. Up she goes. Hacking kick out over Walsh's head. Now Walsh finds the footy, which he always does.
What a
Blake
kick.
Shenshog hands it back to Walsh and lays the Shepherd. Good work. Walsh kicks to half forward. Again, the sun in players' eyes. Unbelievable. As Dandenong clear it off half back. This is Garn. Garn kicks to centre wing. The race is on. Rayner trying to lead to the ball. Boundary line wins. Ball to be thrown up. Thrown in. We are 3.5 minutes into this third term. No addition to the score at this stage.
G. Sam Walsh is a classy mover.
Done well there. Good work by Big Blake as well. In she goes. Conway gets the double-hander, but it is Schmidt that gets the clearing kick. Now the race is on. 2 versus 1. Williams gets his hand on the footy, dispossessed. Geelong trying to work it clear, may not have had the footy. Walsh trying to call for the ball, can't get it.
Geelong are doing well in that back half. They're under pressure a fair bit the last couple of minutes, but they're doing well.
So are Dandenong in that in realising that pressure for Geelong. They can't break away, Geelong, at the moment. And the throw-in is Bailey Williams takes it out of the ruck and gets tackled, holding the ball. Didn't get it onto the boot. Just doesn't look himself today, Bailey. Been a bit angry today.
It's that forward pressure from the Falcons, I think.
This will be Smith. Oh, Slensog with the intercept. Does well. Over the back, fumble at the crucial stage by Briggs. Gets it out on the run. They went without it, Foot. Eventually, we've got Young. Gets it towards Bailey Williams. Didn't cover the ground. Play on's a call. Bedford over the top. Here they come. Foot to goal. And he puts it through.
They're calling touched. A few of them. No.
That was a goal.
There's no goal review here for them, so...
I've got a couple of blokes to my right that could do a goal review if we need it. And they're very happy to. They're very compliant. Hang on, I'll just wake them up to make sure they're still... Yeah, no, they're still awake. Only just halfway through.
As long as they got that goal on camera. That was an AFL Draft Central goal of the day contender. They worked it well there, Dandenong, and I'm sensing a bit of urgency by the Stingrays.
3-8-26 to 4-4-28 NG scoreboard. Almost 6 minutes in on the Technica time clock.
No surprise that Zach Foot got on the end of that goal. He always seems to find himself on the end of some great passage of play, and he always finishes off well and helps out the people that have put him in that position in the first place.
Umpire throws the ball up. Ball on the ground. Quick hacking kick forward by Cottrell. Geelong looking to defend again. Double wrap-up tackle. Triple wrap-up tackle. And the umpire will ball this up. Right on the 50. Up she goes. Over the back, Brownless. Just punches the ball forward. Good work. Heavy traffic. Greco-Roman wrestling there. As the umpire comes in again. Right in front of the coach's boxes here. Good tap by Conway. Brownless. Conway. Again. Rassel. And the umpire will throw it up again. Comes out. Quick kick forward inside 50. Bit of a chaos footy. Oh, may have been caught high.
Was.
Again, the ball in dispute. That was Cottrell.
Yeah, should have been Waitman's free, that.
I reckon it definitely got him across the collarbone. Ball thrown up again. 30 metres out from the Stingers' goal. Bang. Ugly 5 minutes of footy.
I don't think Gill would be liking this.
No, Gill would not like this. Don't let that committee get near this tape. All right, oh, here's a go. Kick, snap.
Oh, nice.
That was Sammy Sturt. Almost cleaned up the goal umpire.
Would that be the AFL Draft Central goal of the day?
Happy to give one. Hasn't been many.
I'd still give it to Oscar Brownless personally.
Okay, on the run.
Yeah, probably. That's a good call.
That was a great
4:8:32. The Stingrays lead for the first time today. They lead by 4. Geelong a 4-4-28.
Peter,
8
did
and a
you
half minutes
mention
in.
that Sam Sturt was a bottom major?
No, he's not a bottom major. He played at Peninsula for the APS and impressed enough that he made it late onto the Stingrays list. And I think this is his second game, so he's just finished APS, so should be with him for the rest of the season.
Low ball up there in the middle of the ground, but anyway, they'll work it forward through young Dandenong. They're making a run here. Tapped over to Williams, couldn't quite get it, and the ball will be paddled over by Harris. And Williams again getting aggressive.
Is he receiving some extra attention today?
No, I think it's just, you know, when you're not getting it as easy as you used to, it can play on your mind. And he hasn't clunked those marks that we're used to him taking. So he's having a red hot crack, that's the main thing. But you're right, he hasn't been able to take the leap and one grab that he's used to. Ball to be thrown in, 45 out from goal. Dandenong attacking. Slensog grabs it but couldn't take it. They're trying to work it out of there. Geelong getting numbers back. Well done. That was by Parrish, or Stevens it was. Out the back door it goes. Slensog intercepts. Gets it. Feeds it off to Brownless. Does well to get it over the top. And Rayner will work it clear. They've got numbers out wide. Geelong on the burst. Will kick to a 2-on-1, and they haven't quite taken it here, Dandenong. And Briggs gets it, gives it out very wide. They'll chip it inboard, and it's taken by Plumridge. A lot of their classy movers not in this game yet. We'll see if they come into it, Dandenong.
What a kick.
Long kick over the back, favours Dandy, and a nice contested mark there. Over the back, and Bailey Williams juggles it. Can't quite get it. Dribbles it towards goal. Probably a hand pass needed there.
That would have been close to goal of the day, I tell you.
Yeah.
Leaped over the top of him.
Probably needed a hand pass, I think.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Rick. I think he just wants to hit that scoreboard now.
Yeah. Very conscious of not goaling yet.
Geelong to bring the ball back in. 33 plays 28. Ball comes in as Harris gets it into Sam Walsh. Walsh finds Oscar. Oscar, need to get it away. Good work by the by the Cats, by the Falcons. Geelong go forward through Walsh, or not the best of handballs. Soldy's made into a bit of Barney rubble there. Whistle on play, advantage, advantage, advantage. Dandenong. Run off half back with speed. Draw a man. Interception.
Well done.
Stevens gets it across to Big Blake. He just barrels his way through half forward. Ball in dispute. Inside 50. Forward line for Falcons. Umpire blows the whistle. And
I tell you, Blake Slensog has been terrific today.
He's been best on ground for mine as a ruckman.
And he's done a lot of defensive work and spoiled a few attacks. So
He covers the ground really well at 198 centimetres.
he does. Now it's sharked away, that time by Briggs. Gets it across to Plumridge. Can't break away, but Garn will help him out. He'll go wide. It'll. He gets a lot of ground there. Good speed by the Dandy player there. Foot. Out of bounds it goes.
He was quick by foot.
They gained 80 metres there with that kick. Garn getting Dandenong back on track.
Good work, Rick.
Now we've got Cummins with the tap down to the front. Bedford was held. Play on's a call. Out of bounds it goes. So let's look at this scoreboard. 28 to 33. Dandenong have got a 5-point lead, and that's on the NG scoreboard. We're 13 minutes in to this third quarter on the Technica time clock. And
Geelong would want to go into three-quarter time with a lead, I think.
if you're feeling a bit cold, I'd head to Cash and Carry and load up on those jackets that they have for next to nothing.
I tell you what, you can.
Cowboys.
Have you see what they've got on sale this week?
What's this week?
The women, the ladies' workwear,
Right.
work shirts and blouses, $1 each.
A dollar.
Oh, can't
Normally
go wrong.
retail
Incredible.
for 50. I kid you not.
You can't make them for that.
$1 each. Get to Settlement Road, Thomastown.
Here's a burst. And he ran his journey there, but we'll have a mark.
Oh, mark.
I'll just test if this is Sturt again or Hamill. Looks like Hamill, yeah.
Will Hamill.
That
Hamill.
burst out of the stoppage was brilliant. To get it out and then just clear it, it's that risk-taking out of congestion that really helps teams get scores on the board in this kind of weather.
You called this, Rick. You thought Dandenong were coming.
Yeah, they've got to get on the scoreboard. That's where they've let themselves down today. I'd like Geelong's work rate all the same. They've been terrific, Geelong, but Dandy is starting to put it together. Ball holds up in the wind and just comes back at the last minute. He sort of over-allowed there, didn't it? Once you over-allow it, it hits that pocket and just doesn't penetrate. So we'll have a kick out from full back. Decided to go long here, and Ham goes
What a
long.
kick.
That's a beautiful kick. He used that outer side breeze, and got a lot of distance out of it. Eventually it's paddled over the line.
I'll give a quick AFL update down at the MCG.
Or not.
16 minutes into the first quarter. Port Adelaide leading Collingwood 3 goals 18 to 2 goals 1 13.
Okay, not much in that.
That's only the first quarter. Plenty of time.
Ball thrown in. Geelong. Been a while since it's been in their forward 50. Kick forward Plumridge. They're going backwards to come forwards. Ball's in the middle. Geelong through Ham. Good interception. They've got to check. They're on here if they can get it across. Good work there by Dalhouse. Lovely work
Beautiful.
by Dalhouse.
Good
They're
faking.
Good, yeah, the old-fashioned feign. Just feigned it to his left. Came in on the right. And he has hit up Finlay Parish.
Brother of Darcy.
He looks like him too. Looks like Darcy. You can tell the resemblance.
Wonder who he plays for, Crooksy.
Finlay comes in. It's going to come back on the breeze, just not enough.
How did it go that way?
Just
I think
not
because
enough.
just didn't hit it clean.
4-5-29, 4-10-34, 5 points the difference. Dandenong to bring the ball back in. 16.5 minutes into the third term. Dangerous. This is even more dangerous. Oh my
no.
goodness me. Dropped a absolute sitter. Play on, says the umpire. Play on, play on. Now he'll come in and ball it up. That was Sheldon Ham. That was a real pud.
Also going to the long sleeves.
Don't blame him today.
Close and over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Geelong is starting to get their really good and quick precision ball movement going, but they just haven't been able to put it on the scoreboard, unfortunately for them.
She goes. Wrapped up in a tackle. And the umpire will come in. Brilliant sunshine. Right on the edge of the shadows of the stand. Idoon gets the tap. It's a hacking kick up forward. Parrish tries to punch it forward, keeps the ball in play. They kick across the face of goal. Good result for the Falcons. They'd be happy with that.
So it's still a 5-point margin to Dandenong. And
Momentum
players
swung just a little bit back to the Falcons, not scoreboard-wise, but just play-wise.
we lost the footy, have we? No, we've got a boundary throw in 10 metres out from Geelong's goal. Conway to go up against Smith. Smith with a big fist out of trouble. They couldn't quite get the run of it. Now they do. Out in the open to Taylor. Taylor paddles it forwards, goes wide with the handball. Just needs the shepherd laid there, but it didn't come. And all of a sudden, Geelong with numbers get there. Put a bit of pressure on the Dandy Stingrays, and we'll have a ball up 60 metres out from Geelong's goal. Just wonder if either team will take a risk and try and run it through the middle of the ground. Eventually, they can't quite get away. Idoon gives it to Walsh. She gets collared. Over the top, here they come, Dandy, with the kick out in front. Ball was spoiled. We've got a couple of Stingrays over the back, but too many Geelong Falcons. But the kick was under pressure and found the boundary line out of bounds on the full. So we'll have a throw in, oh no, kick, sorry. And the kick will be taken by Dandenong. They go inboard, over the top, and they just handball it out of bounds, which is quite surprising.
Just thought it's worth mentioning, I've seen that Nathan Murphy's come in as a late inclusion into Collingwood's side today, and about a year ago he was here and impressing. Injured himself unfortunately and came back for the grand final, but I just thought it shows a year's a long time.
That's true. Ball down inside 50 now. Dandy should be able to mop up, and that they do, and kick towards centre wing, overcooks it. Here's a run on for Waitman. He gets on the left, puts it out in front, beautiful footwork. Nice delivery to his forward there in Sam Sturt. Liked him. He goes long and he waits the kick beautifully, and a nice mark to Goonan.
That was a magnificent kick from Sam Sturt. You could see all his teammates running over to him, giving him a pat on the back. That was a wonderful kick.
Really weighted well, and that was excellent.
This goal will put them 11 points up.
So Goonan comes in and he kicks it, and it goes right at the last minute. Just hard for these players to judge that breeze, isn't it?
One
We've
goal
said
in
It's hard for all players. Well, what I saw in that was a bit hard, that weather on the Footscray game, but...
yeah, they struggled with it, didn't they? That
all
was
right, 29 plays 35. There's a goal the difference. The Dandenong Stingrays hold sway. Falcons. Back pocket. Go in short to Walsh. Walsh looking, wants to spread it wide. Goes to Ham in the goal square. He plays on. Not called. They're not going too far here. Hard up in the back pocket. Now they put it up. This will give the Stingrays a bit of a chance. Comes over the back. Dalhouse can't take it. Falcons might get away with this. Nice little turn. Turns the ball over. Dandenong, they go forward through McDonald. Comes over the back. Huswaite with his back to the ball. And it's over the boundary line, out of bounds. 29 plays 35, 22 minutes in. Some more weather on the horizon, on its way, I would suggest.
Sun's shining all the same.
I think over there, Rick, might be...
Normally comes from behind us, doesn't it? Across from Adelaide.
Yeah, I think it'll come up from the south, this stuff. Ball, Dandenong, Huswaite, lays a handball off. Kicks it up. Williams at the back, punches, snap, goal. What a great goal. That
He
is
finally
by
got there.
Finley Bain.
And well done to Bailey Williams on the spoil. He was out of position.
Yep.
Couldn't take the mark, so he brought it to ground. That was an old-fashioned, what do you call that, front and centre?
Yeah.
Finlay Bain's a very clever player. He's able to read the ball well at ground level or in the air, and he knows where the goals are.
That makes it hard. 5-11-41 the Stingrays. 4-5-29 the Falcons. It's a 12-point lead, 23 minutes into this third term.
Geelong just haven't been able to get their hands on the footy as much as they would have liked. If they do, they're a chance to score.
Doon with the tackle in the middle of the ground. Looks pretty firm in there at the moment. Breeze has dried up that rain from earlier. Got a bit of sweeping rain earlier. So we've got Cumming in the ruck this time up against... Oh no, he's changed his angle. Has he nominated? He has now. Over the back, Cummings gets it down, tackle there, Cottrell. And we'll have, oh, he's let it go. It's swung out the back. Cumming gets a handball, intercepted. It's a real rugby scrum at the moment, mauling along. And we'll eventually have another tackle. Ball up. My bugbear in TAC Cup footy, there's far too many ball ups, and I just don't think they tap it on enough. Idun taps it in, down to the feet of the pack. They can't quite break away.
Sling
Oh, a
tackle.
bit of a sling tackle. Didn't hit his head, I don't think. So I don't know if that's allowed. Anyway, they get it forward. Here's danger. Danger, danger. Torpy trying to run onto it. Good.
Throwing the ball.
Yeah, he threw
Great
that.
tackle.
Good call. The umpire was there.
Magnificent.
Who was the tackler?
Brownless.
Brownless. Very good call, and it wasn't the way.
He's
they
a
did it.
good kick for goal. I'd be backing him in here.
He's
I
got to go
reckon he
right
could
to
kick
left,
this.
and it's a difficult kick with this
Yep.
breeze. Very difficult.
This will be the AFL Draft Central goal of the day. He'll outdo himself.
He's got to kick it to the right point post, and he's got to hit it clean.
After
So
the siren.
Brownless after the siren here. 3/4 time. Comes in, kicks it,
Ooh,
and it swings.
floated.
That's just a good example of how difficult it is for players today. Right across the face. And didn't quite hit it clean. I think that also allowed the ball to carry over there. 29 plays 41. 4-5-29 the Falcons, trailing the Stingrays 5-11-41. And that is 3/4 time here at Mars Stadium. 2. Goal kickers, please, Siobhan.
The goal kickers are 1 goal to Sam Walsh, 1 goal to Sam Conway, 1 goal to Blake Schlensog, and those are the goal kickers for the Geelong Falcons. And for the Dandenong Stingrays, 1 goal to Zach Foote, 1 goal to Finlay Bain, 1 goal to Cody Waitman, 1 goal to Lachlan Williams, and 1 goal to Sam Sturt.
All single goal kickers today. All right, we'll take a break here from Mars Stadium. Gippsland won the first game. Dandenong are leading by 12 points at three-quarter time in the second game. Following this, it'll be the Rebels and the Pioneers. You are looking and listening to TAC Cup Radio through the TAC Cup website.
Technica is an Australian company that's been importing Italian-made and European-designed cooking appliances and white goods for almost 20 years. Technica appliances are a fusion of cutting-edge technology and contemporary design, providing a high level of style and sophistication to any kitchen. This is why so many leading architects, developers, interior designers and builders use Technica appliances, because like their customers, they want the very latest in innovation and quality. Technica, proud sponsor of the Northern Knights and TAC Cup Radio. Executive Maintenance has grown to be a preferred facility maintenance provider by maintaining excellence for over 25 years. A registered domestic and commercial building practitioner, Executive Maintenance provides facility maintenance for government, corporate, property and retail sectors. Whether it's a handyman for your corporate space or a fully qualified crew to manage your project, Executive Maintenance has the knowledge and expertise to provide a personal yet professional service. If you need assistance with your building maintenance needs, email admin@executivemaintenance.com.au. Executive Maintenance, a proud sponsor of TAC Cup Radio.
Cowboys Cash and Carry have the largest range of clothing bargains in the northern suburbs for the whole family. Schoolwear and workwear has just arrived and is half the price you would expect to pay at major stores. A family-run business, Cowboys Cash and Carry has new stock daily and 15,000 square feet of bargains. Come and see what the northern suburbs are raving about. Mention this ad and get 10% off their already cheap prices. Cowboys Cash and Carry, 169 Settlement Road, Thomastown, open 7 days.
Another year of TAC Cup football and your number one AFL draft site is back and bigger than ever. AdZ Media, powering AFL Draft Central, continues to revolutionise the way AFL draft content is reported. In 2018, the team has increased to more than 40 writers who will provide powerful and cutting-edge stories nationwide. With draft news, features and women's football coverage, AFL Draft Central is your one-stop shop for AFL draft content. Head to afldraftcentral.com.au or stay up to date with us on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. Check out at AFL Draft Central. Essendon captain Heppel settles, and he's done it! He's slotted through the match-winning goal. Roughhead flies high across the pack and takes a classic mark. Pendlebury's leading from the front, clocking up the possessions today, and young gun pup Cal Porter is looking good in his debut match. Gippsland Power generates footy legends, and NG is the power behind Gippsland Power. NG Hazelwood are proud to be helping tomorrow's future stars as major sponsor of Gippsland Power. Gippsland Power, the backyard playground of tomorrow's future stars. Go Power! Nixon Finance has been running in the Plenty Valley area of Greensborough for over 20 years. As your financial consultants and brokers, they specialise in all your equipment and vehicle finance needs. Home loans, business loans, commercial property loans. They deal with all the banks and get the right loan that suits your needs. Call Phil Smith during business hours on 9435 2600 or email nixonfinance@bigpond.com.
On taccup.com.au, this is TAC Cup Radio.
Stingrays leading the Geelong Falcons 5-11-41 to 4-5-29. Only a 2-goal lead to the Dandenong Stingrays coming into the last quarter. What do you think is going to happen in this last quarter, Rick?
Well, don't worry about what I'm thinking at the moment, Siobhan. We've got Peter Williams out in the ground who's got a good handle on it.
Yeah, it's pretty cold out here. I was going to go chat with Mick Turner, but he's still in the box. But I'm not brave enough to say that he's not coming out because of the weather.
Knock on the window.
Definitely don't want to say that because I'll want to get back in that box pretty quick. But no, he's. It's definitely cold down here, and obviously Falcons have some work to do. They're a couple of goals down. It's obviously within their reach because it could be a lot more looking at the scoreline. I mean, Dandenong have kicked 11 behinds, but at the same time, Geelong's pressure's been really, really good. It's just been that extra sort of, I guess, depth that Dandenong have, which is why they've had 17 combine invites, which is why they're a couple of goals up.
Fantastic, mate. and they're in a close huddle there, the Geelong Falcons. They look like they mean business.
This will be a huge win for the Falcons if they can get over the Stingrays. Just going by what I know, I think that the Stingrays have only lost one game for the season. Is that correct, Peter?
Yeah, they lost by a goal to Oakley earlier in the season, and that's their only loss.
And Geelong are currently sitting in second on the ladder, is that right?
They're in the bottom 4 at the moment.
Bottom 4, so this would be a huge win for the Geelong Falcons.
Yeah, they haven't had Ned McHenry all year because of school footy, and obviously they lost like Sam Walsh, Connor Iden and those guys during the champ. So this is probably as close to full strength that they'll get. Cooper Sprague is one that they'd love to have out there. He's a very creative half forward, but unfortunately injured at the moment, so he got a national combine invite, which shows his talent. One despite not playing, so
wow.
Great work. Now the umpire getting ready to start this final quarter. Crowd getting off the ground. 4-5-29 to 5-11-41. Been a swirly, cold old day, and Dandenong have hit the lead for the first time. Geelong have led both changes prior to this third quarter, and umpire just waiting for things to clear.
It's going to start raining in a minute again, I think. The clouds are looking very ominous and those goalposts are swinging in the wind.
So Conway gets a tap out, but sharked by Huswaite. That's taken by Stevens. Again, they can't break away. Dandy have possession, but no free possession there. You can feel that the weather really closing in. I just think it dropped 1.5 degrees there in that 5 minutes. They get it to ground, worked forward by Madigan. Now Huswaite gets it for Dandenong. Gets it down towards half forward. We've got the spoil coming from Sturt. Sturt gets it back. Oh, Bailey Williams, good tackle out of bounds. Wasn't rewarded there.
He's doing all the 1%ers really well. He just hasn't hit the scoreboard yet, but I think that'll come if he continues to
It's going to be important in this last quarter, Bailey Williams, and he's going to take this ruck tap out. Over the back it goes. Sharking it was Harris. We can hear the rain on the rooftop. So this 2-goal lead is going to be a handy one.
Worth a pet. 8 goals now.
If this rain continues, it's going to be hard for Geelong. Let's see what can happen. They kick it out of there, but again smothered. Oh, great tackling again by the Falcons.
Probably should have been holding the ball.
Ball played on, paddled along. Walsh with the clean hands. Gives off the handball as he was tackled. Again, they'll just throw it on the boot. And Smith with the front position. Oh, he attacks his own player there. But now it's picked up by Cooper Stevens, who bombs it down towards 50. Dangerous spot here. Ham has it. He paddles it. He can't get quite away yet. He's good aggression there by McDonald. Kicks it off the ground, but I don't think you can pay that umpire. And Ham was asking for it. Rain getting heavy.
Gee, it's gone really dark very quickly.
Very dark. The lights are starting to come on. We know how great the lighting is here at Mars Stadium.
We might have to get our phones all together and it'll be like a concert.
Anyway, they'll bring it to ground, but again, no clear possession. We'll have a ball up.
oh dear.
Here it comes.
Heavy rain. Get out of that, Pete.
Yep. Don't. The lights come on in here now. Wow,
That 2-goal lead to the Dandenong Stingrays now is almost match winning with this weather.
Yeah, it's very heavy now. Now, let's just straighten it up. It's 3 minutes into this final quarter, so it's only a 2-goal margin. So they just need to start getting on the scoreboard, Geelong again. And that ball held up in the breeze. And it's definitely, the rain's getting blown across the ground and it's heading to the Geelong goal. So they've got the advantage with the breeze and across the ground. But again, it's so heavy. And players just finding their way, just can't get out of that pack. And
I'd hate to be
umpire-
the Bendigo or Rebels players
Oh.
that look outside and go, oh dear, this is what we've got to play in for the next couple of
Exactly.
hours.
That's going to be a slog, I reckon.
Okay, well, we're high and dry, so that's a good thing. It's not
Sorry,
the,
Pete.
It's not the warmest I've ever been.
No, that's all right.
You're okay, Pete? You're
Yeah, I'm okay. Just saw the MCG scores, so I'm good.
Good man. Pies must be winning.
Natural order restored.
Hollenkamp for Geelong. Kicks to centre wing. Dandenong. It is stuck on centre wing. Umpire could do with just calling a free kick to clear it, and that's exactly what he's done. This will be Conway, Sam Conway. They kick to half forward. Good tackle. Geelong. Walsh trying to pick it up. Now Cooper Stevens. It's a dirty big up and under. Oh, good courage there by Dandenong. If I could get my hands out of the pockets, I'd get my binoculars to see who that was. I should. That was great work.
That once again tells you the mindset of the Stingrays. They're just constantly attacking the ball and constantly attacking the man to retain and get back possession.
It was Daniel Frampton who took the mark and got the 50 metres.
Gee, Bailey Smith really attacks it hard when it hits the ground for a big fellow, and he'll get it now, and he'll get pinged.
199
unlucky there.
centimetres, Bailey Schmidt.
He's got a real attack on the ball for a big fellow. He's aggressive. Now we've got it through McHenry. He goes inboard. And they'll chip it in further to Harris. Here's an opportunity. It opens up for Geelong. They kick towards the 50. Over the top it goes. Oh, nice work by Clark. Gets it inside. They're trying to paddle it through. Ham's been good.
Well done.
Gets it through, but clearing kick for Plumridge. But Geelong with the numbers. All of a sudden we've got a shot on goal. And it's through for a behind.
Rick could be a handy point.
That was Torpy. Handy point.
That would have been a real
point.
team lift.
Takes it to 11-point margin here. Dandy winning. Geelong have a little bit of a breeze behind their back. Goes to that outer side again. Tapped over the back. McHenry swoops on it and gets tackled. Out of bounds.
I'll tell you one thing that shouldn't be lost, Rick, is the condition of the ground.
Oh, it's in perfect nick, isn't it?
For a ground that's obviously cops a bit of wet weather. Magnificent.
Especially overnight it has.
All right, ball to be thrown in. Blood rule.
Looks like Ned McHenry coming off.
Bit of blood coming from the mouth, I think.
He's impressed, hasn't he, Pete?
Oh yeah, he's a great little player. He's the only knock on him really is his size because he's the mid 170s, but he's got really good, talent. Attacks the footy. He's that 8+ tackler per game.
Yep. Ball thrown in. It falls short of Conway. They're just trying to get it out of that area again, but the boundary hits. And out of bounds again. We've seen so many throw-ins at that outer side, haven't we?
That's been the case. And we have another one. Up she goes. Conway gets his hand to it. It works its way again, straight back to the boundary line. Eight minutes into this final term. 30 plays 41.
If Dandenong win this game, they can't move from top spot.
I think because of their percentage anyway, I don't think they can move from top spot.
Yep.
It's ridiculous how much they've got.
Falcons, out they come, they need a mark. caught the ball. Now Dandenong clear, goes straight towards the boundary line. What's the umpire going to say here? Throw in. Good call.
I think the Falcons have realised the urgency of needing to score another goal pretty quickly, and their forward pressure certainly lifted in the last few minutes.
In she goes. Tap down, Brownless. Spits it out, Cooper Stevens. Big Blake at the back. Idoon's had trouble today, Pete. Connor Idoon.
Yeah.
Just can't get himself into the game.
Well, he's a natural defender, and they've thrown him forward this year quite a bit as a bit of a mix-up, because I think obviously AFL clubs want to see whether they're versatile with so many nowadays able to play both ends. So I do think he's a better defender, but he has shown signs that he can pinch it forward and kick a couple of goals.
I'll put the mocker on it. He'll probably kick a couple of goals. That's just kicked off the carpet. Dandenong take it, sweep the handball. McDonald runs off out of defensive 50, kicks to half back. 2 bites of the cherry. They get the ball out. Conway drops the hot potato. Now there's a kick inside 50. Big Blake at the back, reaches, can't get it. Idoon goes backwards to come forwards, comes back, gets caught high,
Ooh.
shovels it out.
Big kick here. No.
Parrish, the ball bounces and it will be over the boundary line and out of bounds. Forward pocket, northern end of Mars.
You'd have
11
to
points
say
of difference.
He was a bit unlucky not to get a high tackle free kick there.
10 minutes into this final quarter. Anyone's game still. Ball to be thrown in. Smith at the back now. And Slensog sort of got to the front. Maybe that was the reason the free kick was paid. Might have held him there to get to the front. And Smith will kick along to the outer side. Up they go. They bring it to ground. No clear possession. They paddle it forward. Stingrays trying to work it out of there. Geelong still have numbers around it. They get it out, but again, it's forced towards the boundary line. And again, it'll be kicked on the full, outer side. So Hollenkamp will bring it back in. Clark will take it towards the middle. Torpy over the back. McHenry been good. They can't break away yet. Good pressure by Dandenong. They can get it out here. No, good intercept there. Great work on the spoil there, Cottrell. Now we've got a kick that's been called play on. Again, Geelong trying to work clear. Slensog burst through the pack. Then a kick was smothered by Young. And again, we'll have a ball up. The umpire lets it go.
You just got to be full of admiration for a runner.
Yeah, that's great. You know, it's wet weather footy. You've got to get used to it. It's going to be days where you've got to play in these conditions.
Oh.
The umpire's paid one. Pretty telling time of the day. Did you have a good eye on that one, Crooksy?
Oh, God.
Bit dubious.
Bailey Williams. Now, if ever he needed to kick a goal, it's now.
And that's been his problem later in the season. If he can convert these opportunities, it's important.
So he runs in aggressively, kicks high and just to the left. And it's caused problems all day, that kick. Now they'll get a dry ball here, Geelong. Let's see. Well, it won't be too dry, but he kicks out to Slensog, contests hard. They bring it to ground. Dandy with numbers around it. They should be able to share it here and kick to a contest inside 50. Good spoil over the back. 20 players around this contest. Geelong trying to move it through Harris. They can't get away. And finally, we'll have a ball up or ball in.
I think at this point in the game, you can see that Dandenong just have a few more players that are a bit more classy and are used to the situation where they need to be clean with the footy.
Yep.
Ball will be thrown in. Geelong, little kick. Cummings kicks out of bounds on the full as the rain restarts. Gets dark. We are 13, halfway through this last quarter. Ball comes through. Geelong switch play. Broon out of bounds. He's accepted the decision, okay? Broon.
No one in the goal square for this, which is interesting. If one of the Crummers can get a boot to it.
That's what I was thinking as well, Pete. I think that's important.
Like Hayden Young right then.
Here we go. Geez, good call, guys. Just needed the ball, have a bit more Nathan Lyon type off spin. Just a flick back in. Would have got it. Handy point, 13 points. Going to be hard to get 3 goals. Good kick. Comes out the back. Tackle. Brownless gets the handball.
Here's a go.
Now they get inside 50. Now they can just work it. Sam Walsh kicks around the corner too hard, too high.
Walsh was playing permanent forward there, which was interesting, trying to mix it up if they can get it down there.
I think that's a smart move. One last go at it. He's got the ability, so why not throw your best player down there?
Good thinking.
They'll have a ball in 20 metres out from goal. Geelong attacking. They need one here. Ball falls short. They try and paddle it out. Again, we've got a cluster of players around it.
And you
They'll have
see
the ball up.
Lachlan McDonald there standing in the goal square. That's what Geelong should have done before.
So the margin's 13 points. 16 minutes into this final quarter. They're 25-minute quarters. Still time. Ball to be thrown up again. 15 out from goal. Short throw up. Again, we've got a rolling scrum. And again, we'll have a ball up.
Geelong have just got to keep going to the well. They just have to keep trying to find a way and an avenue to goal.
Tapped over the back door. We've got a shot on goal. Is that a point? A handy point. Gets it back to an even 2 goals. And now Dandy to kick out from full back.
Here comes the rain again.
So that's Garn with the big boot. Over the back it goes. There's an infringement going Cummings' way. He goes long to Bailey Williams, misses it. We've got Geelong through Walsh, gets it to Ham, runs around, goes on the right. No one there.
Fire.
Could have been an infringement. They're in the van still, Geelong. And through Walsh. Walsh comes around on the right. And you have got to be
that's goal of the day. That is goal of the day right there.
AFL Draft Central goal of the day. And I can't get enough of Sam Walsh. And if Carlton don't take him, they're absolute idiots. That's what I say.
He can come to Essendon any day he wants.
That was incredible. That U-turn and evasiveness that he just showed, and then the kick from outside 50 to kick that goal, magnificent.
With a wet ball on a wet ground. That's, clean as anything.
There it is.
Fantastic effort. 37 plays 43. Let's see what Dandy have in response. We could be back here next week, Crooksy. There's a goal of difference.
Hit the boundary. Okay, now Parrish lays a fierce tackle. Umpire says holding the ball. They were calling for ball.
They know the importance of this game, the Geelong Falcons.
I think the bad weather's passing for the time being.
The breeze is still there.
Breeze is still there. Comes out the back. Walsh again gets boot to balls. Sort of scribbles it through. It's caught between the centre square and the arc. Current temperature 6. Feels like Antarctica.
They've got Edward McHenry right down in the full forward area.
Ball, Dandenong. They're trying to clear it. They kick it around the corner. Some courage here. Plumridge for Dandenong's got the footy. Tries to burrow his way out. And it is a ball up. 6 minutes to go. There's a goal the difference. The sun's come out. Idoon gets the tap. Again, another stoppage.
They just haven't been their self today, Dandy, have they?
No, in the end they haven't.
And that's Geelong's doing.
Only playing as well as your opposition lets you. I was saying in footy. Walsh, he just gets boot to ball all the time. Now, we're on centre wing. Dandenong trying
And
to...
there's Hayden Young.
And that is...
Just inside.
Perfect kick for them, really, to set up now, isn't it?
Exactly right, Rick.
Hayden Young is like the Sam Walsh of next year, so...
He's a classy mover, isn't he?
Mm.
Ball to be thrown in front of the grandstand. 5 minutes to go. Goal the difference. Idoon slaps it down. Cooper Stevens gets a little handball. Back to Idoon. His kick smothered. Comes out the back trying to get kicked off the carpet. They get it out. They're looking for Walsh. Ball in dispute. Kick. Now it's bouncing. Matthew Cummings kicks inside 50. Comes over the back. The race is on. Rayner tries to clear it. Waitman on the left boot. Squares it to the middle. Drops what should have been taken. Again, we get a pack developed and the ball will be thrown up. 21 minutes into the last quarter, 37 plays 43.
The perfect position for the Stingrays. We're going to learn a lot about the Falcons here if they can get up from this position.
Ball up. Cummings gets it down. Can't break away there, Harris. That umpire will have to ball it up. Nixon Finance Player of the Day is going to be interesting.
Yeah, Rick.
Very interesting.
Good point.
Ball tapped down by Cummins. Gets it to boot. Here's a go. Dandy in the van. That was Sturt. Read it beautifully.
Didn't mind it either.
That's the game. And they came from everywhere for the youngster and put it through. That looks like the sealer. That's a 2-goal margin now. 37 plays 49. 22 minutes into this final quarter. 3 minutes of play left on the board.
Sam Sturt's been really impressive today, but you just felt that they were eventually going to break down the damn wall and kick another goal to put them 2 in front, and I think that might be it for the Falcons now.
Going to be hard to win from here. Play on, says the umpire.
That doesn't help.
Young goes forward.
And Sturt again.
Sturt again.
Gee, he's been really impressive today, Sam Sturt. For only his second game at TAC Cup level, he's looked right at home.
As he'll go back to line up.
I think we might end up with different players for this these votes today.
It's been an even contest, hasn't it?
Yeah, no real standouts.
So that becomes your choice, Pete, who you want to talk to.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to work out who I thought was best on, and there's about 4 or 5 from nearly either side that are pretty even on both teams.
So is that Sturt's third?
Third goal to Sam Sturt. Gee, he's been really good today. He seems to find himself in really good positions inside 50 and provides really good leads for the midfielders kicking up to him.
All right, 3 goals the difference. A minute and a half to go in this second game.
It's ended up being 20 scoring shots to 12. So I think that sort of tells the tale of the game a little bit.
It does, yeah. Scoring shot's always a good salient point. But Geelong, keep an eye on them come September.
They've been very, very, very good today. Just didn't quite have enough against the best side in the TAC Cup this year, the Stingrays. Gee, that ball's travelled a long way.
And there's no time on. This happened in the last game.
Wow.
Delay over the last couple of minutes.
Now they've got 2 footies on the ground.
Oh.
They'll be able to get 2 quick goals, 1 with each footy. All right, ball tossed up. 24-minute mark, last quarter. Good work by the Stingrays. They've finished the game off the best against the Tide. Idoon throw, says the umpire. Play on, play on, play on advantage. They kick inside 50. Stingrays, their handball. Parrish. Finlay, it's over the boundary line and out of bounds.
So this will be the last passage. Inside 15 seconds left. Umpire ready to throw the ball in. A lot of players around it. Schlensog using his body. No clear possession. That's the game. And a good contest we had in game 2 here at Mars Stadium. Geelong Falcons 5-7-37 with the Dandenong Stingrays 7-13-55 in what was a really close fought contest, and Dandenong just got away in those final few minutes. Do we have any goal kickers there, Siobhan?
Yes, we do. For the Geelong Falcons, 1 goal to Sam Walsh, 1 goal...
2.
Oh, sorry. 2 goals to Sam Walsh, 1 goal to Oscar Brownless, 1 goal to Sam Conway, and 1 goal to Blake Schlenschlog. The only
There's one L.
the only multiple goal scorer on the ground was for the Dandenong Stingrays, Sam Sturt, with 3 goals.
Yep.
1 goal to Lachlan Williams, 1 to Cody Waitman,